Barbara.
What an excellent day for an exorcism.
We all go a little mad sometimes.
I like to dissect girls. Did you know I'm utterly insane?
I am the devil, and I am here to do the devil's work.
We have such sights to show you.
Who's laughing now?
I'll drive you crazy. I'll kill you all. I'm the best play you ever had. I am your worst dream come true. I'm everything you ever were afraid of.
They're here.
Here indeed. Ah, look at that guy.
This is Walter. His name is Walter White. I didn't name him. He used to belong to my tattoo artist, but he can't take care of him anymore. And so I adopted him. Look at this belly. Look how round. Look at this little disc.
So does that make you a mother of bearded dragons? Yeah.
It sure does. Oh, shit. I saw some at the Petco, too, and I was like, oh, because they have some bearded dragons that are like this big, and I was like, I want more.
All the tiny ones? Oh, my God.
But this is my guy. This is my guy, Walter.
What's up, Walter? Nice to meet you. Oh, my God, he sees me.
Looking at the camera in real time. Oh my God. You're a little actor, buddy.
He's doing a good job. Hey, Richard, how you doing?
Hey, Richard. I'm sorry I missed you this weekend, but next year it'll be good. I think this year is going to be really good because we're actually like this much closer to buying our house. So I'm freaking stoked. This whole room is going to be eventually, I mean, it is the studio, but we're going to make room for some photo shoots in here, hopefully.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
You got it right. Yeah, brother, 100%.
Week. Crazy.
Already been a whole friggin'. And you know what? That just means that the next one's getting closer. So it's not a bad thing, you know? And then just do it again.
What is it? Like on a Nightmare Before Christmas?
Oh my God! There's only
360 days till Halloween. Oh. Oh, okay. Hello. 364.
Oh no! I need one of those megaphones and a head that spins around.
Oh, he's watching you in the camera. He's confused. What's going on? That's why he tried to jump off. Oh, there he goes. Bye.
Can't get me? Huh? He doesn't know how the internet works. I do. Boom.
He's trying to figure out what's going on. He's going to get cold in a second, though, and probably take a nap. Because this guy, I have my AC on, so he can't really last with the AC. He's from Australia originally, these little guys.
Are they? I didn't know that.
Yeah, bearded dragons are from Australia. So he is used to warm, humid weather. He's not happy right now. That's okay.
Just gonna have to get used to it, little guy. Sorry.
I know. For real, I was not happy that I was not able to go to Frightmare this year. I mean, we all have to make sacrifices. He's got to live in Bakersfield in a cage. Come here. Oh my god, he's trying to jump off my... Here, go take a nap. Goodbye. Take a nap.
Oh, yeah, he sounds like he would do just fine in Texas weather, Richard. Yeah. And in all honesty, though, me and him live in about the same conditions than in Bakersfield. You know, cage totally works.
A cage.
Yeah.
Yeah, you live in a cage in my dining room. I
That's
leave
my
the
own
lamp
dining
on
room.
for you.
What do you call it? I eat the little grubs, whatever you call them. Boom, delicious.
Oh, the little mealworms.
Mealworms.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Mealworms, and you have a little rock you can climb on and like lizard out and get warm.
it's a pretty sweet rock. Let's not belittle the rock. All right. First of all, second, speaking of mealworms and rodent, disgusting creatures that don't deserve to live.
Oh fuck! Here we go.
Let me find the right picture. Hey, look at this piece of shit.
Yep. You guys, it's the Idaho murders.
Not a fan of him.
Follow up.
Bryan Kohberger. Kohberger, yeah. And before we get off topic, or before we get on topic, sorry, Richard, I'm gonna think about trying to get back to the Texican. I thought it was really good. I
didn't get my room fast enough, and then I did. Oh, they had so many issues with these rooms because it is a new venue, right?
Yeah, it was nice.
So
It was very nice.
they have like a deal with new hotels, so everything was just so jumbled and fucked up. And I mean, I can't blame them because, like I just mentioned, everything's new. They switch venues after how many years? How many did they have at the same place?
Oh, that's a good question, Richard. How many was it at the Hyatt? I think it was
Richard knows.
8 or 9 years there, maybe
They
longer.
had the same event around the same time every year for so many years, and everybody was just kind of used to everything. And now this year, holy shit, the hotels could just not handle all this. They thought they could handle Frightmare fans, but I don't think they really could.
They were, they were as nice and as accommodating as possible, but they still were not prepared for what was going on.
At least
I was
10
not
years.
prepared.
Holy shit.
10
Yeah.
years of it, yeah. Actually, I have a plan. Like, I'm gonna, that's the same plan here, Richard. Weston or Texican for sure, and then from there, kind of worry about the other ones as it happens.
I know. I'm going to have to give you guys the money so that you all can book the rooms at the same time.
That's not a bad idea. We'll do them together. Maybe get adjoining
I'll
rooms.
just
or
give you the money and be like, here, take it, and do it all at the same time. I do need my room, my own room, I've realized, because I am a woman, and it's so hard sleeping.
You need some space. I get it.
Oh my goodness, you guys need to get your lungs checked.
Hey, my lungs are fine. It's just the snoring.
I love you, but the snoring, holy shit.
It's a little loud.
Wild. Oh, also, I finished my Whole30, so I'm having beer on the show tonight.
Oh, you know what? I will join you.
I get to be a little naughty and have some beer.
Let me grab one to join you. I will be right back, all right?
Oh, yeah, for sure. And I'll get into this Bryan Kohberger dude. Okay, so a few months ago, actually, we covered part of the Idaho murders. It was a developing case. We didn't really know everything that was going on at the time. But a few months have fucking passed. So at this point, we caught the guy. I say we like I was there. They caught the guy.
I saw you converge on a location. So.
Oh, boom. This isn't my ideal beer, but I had a friend come over while I was not drinking, and she left me some beer. She's like, here, take some for when you're done with your 30 days. I was like, oh, thanks, babe. So she left me some. So here I am. Cheers. Cheers.
Mm-hmm. What do you call it? I do like these. Corona, yeah. Not gonna lie. These ones are better than the regular.
Like an ale version of Corona? Familiar. Interesante.
That's the stuff right there. A Texas serial killer recently turned himself in downtown. What?
Oh my God.
Shit. All right, you might have just messed up our plans for next week because I think we're gonna have to switch it up now.
Probably. I mean, none of our shit's set in stone.
Which is a good thing. So we can switch it up, yeah.
Oh my God. Oh, but I was saying, this guy, a few months ago, he wasn't caught yet. We had no idea who he was. We had no idea that it was just one person. Some people were speculating that it might have been multiple suspects.
Yeah.
So I did write down a little recap because, like I mentioned earlier, we did cover with Ashley a couple months ago. We covered some of what we knew so far at that point of the murders. It was the early hours of November 13th. So literally 2022, November 13th, I was probably still wasted from my birthday the night before.
Nice.
Up and just drunk and running around and running amok. And during this time, this guy was killing 4 UC Idaho students. They were stabbed to death. There were 3 female students and 1 male student. It all happened, as far as they knew at the time, between the hours of 4 a.m. and 4:25 a.m. 2 of the victims were at a party, and 2 of the other victims were at a bar kind of nearby, but all students were home and in bed, most likely at around 1:56 a.m. that night. So one of the roommates saw a figure clad in black, about 5'10", with bushy eyebrows and a mask covering their nose and mouth. It's not known whether or not this person or this witness, whether she saw his actual fate, or whether or not he saw her. We still don't know at this point whether or not he saw her and just walked past, or if he saw her and just didn't have any beef with her, so didn't say anything. I'm still not 100% on that. But we do know that he left through a sliding glass door. 911 was called at about 11:58 a.m. So a long while after, which I don't know what that means personally, because from what I gather with all that information is this person, sorry, I'm looking for Walter. This person saw somebody and didn't call for hours, or
it's one of those things. I've had that before.
I'm confused.
Because there's been some houses where I am staying and I have a lot of friends come over, so people are coming in and out.
Right.
And once in a while, even if you should, you just don't get that bad feeling. And then something terrible like this could happen. Hopefully it doesn't happen to anybody.
Or okay, it gave me the feeling of staying the night at somebody's house after a party where I don't know anybody. I'm just kind of staying just so that I don't have to find a ride home.
Yeah.
I'm not so fucking wasted that I'm not trying to walk home. I'm not trying to drive home or whatever. It's college.
Yeah.
So you kind of just assume. I mean, I've stayed the night at people's houses where a ton of strangers just fucking sleep all over the living room.
Oh, yeah.
We just, I mean, back in early to like mid 2000s. I'm not trying to give away my age here, but you know, just during those times when you're not really like, it's not easily like,
Yeah,
taxis are not like you could just call and get one. Like
yeah. This
sometimes,
is before the Uber
yeah,
situation. Like
this
it
is
used to be a
before
lot more common.
Uber.
You know.
You know, back in the day, I get it, but at the same time, it's like, dude, this is like, I don't know. Is it the same for like everybody's college experience? I mean, I never went to college, but it seems like this is kind of like a universal thing. Like everybody just kind of sleeps in the same house until people leave.
Yeah,
Like they sneakily leave out the door so that nobody sees that they were there getting fucking wasted and acting ridiculous.
yeah. I mean, I get it though. Like you're young, you don't really think anything's bad's gonna happen anyway. A lot of people are very much like that when they're younger.
Of course, I cannot tell you how many drugs I did in my 20s because I'm like, ugh, who cares?
I'm fine.
Nobody's gonna know. That's
Yeah.
most likely what I was worried about. It's like my parents are gonna find out. Who cares? I'm invincible. As long as my parents don't know, I'm good.
Yeah, you're fine. You don't. It doesn't matter. Like that's the number one fear is parents finding out. Other than that, it's like, so my heart stops. Whatever, stuff like that.
Well, things back then weren't laced with fucking fentanyl either.
It's true. It's you don't hear stories about like, got a bad batch or something. No, it's
right. Well, I was definitely doing drugs in an era where nobody was fucking worried about it. They were starting to be more suspicious, but nobody was really that scared.
Yeah.
And this was only like, what, 11, 12 years ago?
Yeah. Well, just think in the span of like 10 years, it's gone from like, what's a good example? Like, starting with the Lyfts and Ubers, like maybe 8 years ago now, maybe. It was like, oh, this is the best thing ever because you're not going to drink and drive. And if you have car troubles or whatever it would be, and it's cheaper, it's better than. And now, it's like, don't get into a Lyft by yourself because you will be murdered.
And we've actually
times as much to drive or to
we've covered killers who have been Uber drivers and murdered their passengers or raped them, and it's fucking crazy.
Yeah. So like things used to be better, I promise. Like they were
they really did. And you know what? It's so crazy. I did get weird feelings from some of my taxi drivers.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt that. Yeah,
but
I wouldn't doubt that.
You know what? I still felt safe because I was more resilient back then, and I wasn't just relying on somebody to see my PIN on my phone to, and I'm not saying that's not helpful. It's just everybody knew where I was because I made sure that, because at the time nobody had like, oh, send me a PIN of where you're at. Like, share your location. Like, no, you had to tell multiple people where you were gonna fucking be, and those people would not get away with letting you not knowing where the fuck you are. Like, I don't know. I think it was a little different.
Yeah, now it feels like, oh, it's okay. They can send me their PIN on my phone. I know exactly where they are, which is cool. You can share a location, like you can share your estimated time of arrival if you're going somewhere and whatnot. But I think it makes us feel too safe, and we get a little naive about stuff nowadays.
Yep.
Just a little.
I agree with that 100%, and that's kind of why I brought that up. Like, at what point are we too comfortable with our surroundings? Do we need to fucking bring back like the stranger danger shit? Like, it feels like we really have to. I think, and this is kind of a tangent, but I think that companies need to really do serious background checks. on their drivers before they just let anybody fucking sign up and drive people places. We've already seen too much. Oh my god. See? I didn't even know about this. What is this?
Yeah, I think I have heard of that one. I can't remember what the whole story was. Let me see if I can look it up real quick. USC student gets in wrong Uber, is found dead. Yep. We're not. This is sad. We're not the brightest bunch in the world, and it's not her fault. Things happen.
Of course, I don't want to say I never, because I will get into it in a minute about a victim that I do blame for their death, just like the, deaths I can laugh at. But this is horrible. Do remind me though, because it happened recently and I want to talk about it. But yeah, it's so crazy. Well, I do want to kind of get back into the story.
Okay.
So, part of the recap. Oh my goodness. Okay, so college party girls. The students came home by 1:56 a.m. and there was a figure clad in black. They got his height, 5'10". One of the girls found that he was covering his face, and 911 wasn't called until 11:58 a.m. It's crazy though, because by 11:58 a.m., by just afternoon, everybody was, pronounced deceased. Just really fucked up. They found defensive wounds from at least one of the victims. So one of these girls was trying to fight back. Tips were called in. This is part of the reason why this guy was caught. So hundreds of thousands of tips were called in. Because this was, another college town. People are trying to figure out what the fuck's going on because these kids are trying to go to school. There's concerned people that live outside of the school who are wanting to know what the hell's happening. And it's noted that there is a white Hyundai Elantra kind of skulking around. And it was caught on camera multiple times. Apparently, this Hyundai Elantra passed the home at least 4 times of the night of the murders, from 3:29 a.m. to about 4:20 a.m., where it had sped past the home. So during this time, this person was driving back and forth in front of the house, and then somehow their location was turned off for a while, and then at 4:48 a.m. it showed back up. So I don't know what's going on. Like, they lost some sort of I don't know if they lost service, or if they turned their phone off somehow. I don't know how the fuck that happened. That's a little sketch to me. But yeah. The police decided to kind of check on this Hyundai Elantra, and they checked the ownership, and they realized that this car was pulled over at least twice within a 5-mile radius for speeding and tailgating. And that was not long before all this stuff was going on. So look at this. This is wild. Look at their faces.
Yeah.
This is so creepy to me. And obviously, we know now the driver was the one who was arrested for these murders.
Yeah.
Bryan Kohberger. And just look at his Ted Bundy, like, evil stare. It's so weird.
Isn't that his dad, too? Like, he was with his dad or something?
You know what? I don't know specifically, like, details about that. But I do know that he was staying with his parents while he was committing the murders.
Yeah. Excuse me. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I want to say that's his father in the passenger seat there for some reason. I just can't. Right. I got to find where the details are.
Okay, I was going to say, do you know specifics? Also, whatever happened to deaths we can laugh at. Well, let me tell you. We lost a member of the show. So we try to change things up. And, you know, it just, shit changes. People change it.
I think we can bring it back.
Oh my God. Do you remember the Making a Murderer that we talked about the last time? Not last week, but the week before.
Yeah.
That was one of the quotes that Steven, what's his name, was saying. He said, people changes. Because he was trying to say people change, but he said people changes.
So bad. So bad. So good at the same time.
I hate that I have to over-explain, but this shit makes me laugh. People changes. And now I want to say it all the time.
Don't you dare switch up. Keep saying it.
People changes. So if you ever hear that from now on, you guys will know. And I'm not going to bring it up. And you can either reference Your Mom's House, or you can reference me quoting Making a Murderer. Your Mom's House plays
okay, for sure.
People change.
For sure. Okay, that is his father, by the way. One more time, real quick. That is his father right there in the passenger seat. So yes, I was correct.
They were pulled over twice during his visitation with them. You know what I mean? It's not like it was court ordered or anything.
No.
It's, he's visiting his parents. And, pulled over twice within a 5-mile radius of the murders for speeding and tailgating. So obviously, the tailgating part for sure is an aggression tactic.
Yep.
Speeding could also be seen as aggressive.
What happened to his dad? I don't think anything happened to the dad. I think they let him go, if I remember correctly.
Right. Even though I always think that the parents should be looked at when they're serial killers. I don't think that it should be just the human being that did the crime. I think their parents should also be tried because they both created had a hand in creating this person.
You're not wrong.
You know what? That's my stance. If I run for president, I will.
I'm going to punish all of you parents for whatever kids do. Slap you all. Cool.
For real? Hey, you know what? If your child turns out to be a serial killer, no more kids for you. Death. Done. We're not continuing your line because there's something that went wrong and we're not having it. No more.
That's pretty fair.
Hey, you know what? I think I'd be a pretty cool dictator. Let's just get into that really quick.
I'm going to solve some problems. I'm going to murder some folks.
Death to pedophiles.
I'm getting another one.
Let's bring back the Coliseum for pedophiles, bro. Lions ripping them apart. Ugh. We'll starve the lions for like a week. Oh. And then we'll cut the pedophile's skin. And then we'll just make them run away from this pack of lions. Oh, it would be so cool. And we televise it too. We have to. We have to televise it. You know why? Because it will be like a preventative measure. I don't want other people thinking that they can get away with fucking children. We gotta set an example. Nobody
So
does that shit anymore.
Are you saying that sometimes people not changes?
Arrow 404.
That was solid. That was the best right there.
Error 404. Bloodline not found. Dude, get out of here.
No changes.
People change. Oh, hey, look. That little tail.
What? I can't see him.
It's the look at my finger. That's his tail.
It's
That
too
little
tiny.
line looks like a little worm.
Oh my god. All right, now I see.
He's hiding. Oh.
Oh, baby.
Sometimes I'll let him come and sleep like in the nice, cool air conditioning, and then I'll put him back in his like humid, hot tank, just because he needs both.
Gotta have it.
I mean, he's technically Australian. We gotta give him all kinds of weather.
Yeah, you have to give him the hot and the cold and the Vegemites.
And the Vegemite.
All the meat, I think. That's a big thing over there.
He needs humidity, and he needs to be humbled.
He needs a barbie.
And scared to death with a giant fucking spider.
Oh, yeah. Watch out for big fires all the time.
No, spider. He needs to be threatened with a giant spider.
Oh, my God. Oh, okay. Now I know what you're talking about. Never mind. No, those are no. No.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah. Poor guy. There's probably fires in Australia, too.
Oh, yeah. Half the continent, like, burnt down one time.
Mm.
Yeah. So.
Welcome to California.
Yeah, they deserve to know how we feel.
What is this comment that Richard said? Does he watch what? Can you pull it up? The Last Drive-In.
Oh, that's cool.
You know what's funny? I read because of my family. I read Joe Biggs, which I have an uncle named Joe Biggs. It says Briggs, but my grandfather's side of the family on my mom's side is Biggs, Biggs. So I read Joe Biggs and I was like, ah.
That works. That counts.
Yeah. Apparently that side of my family is like Viking in English, and I only got the English because there's no Viking. I am this big.
It really is. Like, you are to scale on camera now.
I got the pale English version.
Watch, like, let me do this. Can you still hear me though?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, that's the actual size of Lauren right now. What is on your camera? Actual. If you're watching on your phone, even
Wait,
better.
hold on. I got a flex.
Oh yeah. Boom. It's good work. It's good work. John Boom, Joe Bob Briggs wrote a true crime novel. Awesome.
Joe Bob. Oh my God. Joe Bob. Oh, my beer is almost done.
That's done.
I'm having fun. Oh man. Not after this though. God damn it. I'm gonna have to get in some really sad shit right now.
Yeah, it does not get lighter.
No. It's actually really horrific. Horrific. Okay, so after Kohberger gets not arrested, kind of pulled over with his dad. So they start doing some work on who could have possibly done this based on the testimony from the witness.
Yeah.
The bushy eyebrows, like the height. And then they also kind of go off of the bushy eyebrows. And they kind of go off of the security footage from other people's houses as well. So they kind of narrow it down that it's his car, this guy's car. And they find out that he drove by this house at least 12 times from June to November. So he was fucking stalking these people. He was just driving by 12 times. So that's 4 months. 12 times in 4 months that he was driving by their house.
I could understand if it like there was a reason to it, but what reason could there be?
Right. Well, he did have a background as a security guard for a high school a few years earlier. He got an associate degree in psychology in 2018. Psychology. And ended up murdering people.
Yeah.
Also, I did want to bring up a couple of parallels that I noticed to the UC Davis stabbings.
Huh, okay.
We covered that a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, that was extremely recent too, yeah.
Right. So the UC Davis stabbings, there was they were students. They both were students in some capacity. Okay? Whether they had been previous students or students currently at the university, but they were in proximity to some sort of like academic career or education.
Yeah.
Okay? They both lived in a college town.
Yeah.
Or they committed murders in the college town. Okay? They both killed students. They both were either let go from an academic position or from academics in general.
Huh.
And they're both males in their 20s. One was late 20s, one was early 20s. So these are like college age males in academics who have some sort of like ties to being students, high achieving. It's so weird that they both seem somewhat educated, if not fully educated, because the 21-year-old guy, Carlos Dominguez, I believe his name was.
Yeah, it
He
was
was not fully educated, but he was at least getting started. So I don't know. There's just a lot of parallels between these situations, and it was really weird to me. One of them just seemed to have a lot more access than the other. I think that if this kid would have waited, the 21-year-old, if he would have waited to do his crimes, he might have been probably better at doing it than this other guy.
Yeah.
Fucking wild.
Yeah, as far as these guys go though, like let me see if I can get the picture up real quick too.
They both look insane as well. Like they both look like they need fucking help.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, I got the picture ready to go. Honestly, if you see him like walking down the street, I think at a quick glance you probably wouldn't even notice him, like with the hair, those quiet types.
Well, it's hard to tell because this is a bookie. Like they apprehended him and then took photos. I think maybe prior to this he might have looked normal.
Maybe. And then like you said, but very young though. Like a lot of the serial killers we cover, I'm not saying like they're all young, but they're usually like mid to late 30s, early 40s. Seems to be the normal time.
Well, it's crazy because in this case, these two both were between 20 and 30. They were in their 20s.
That blows my mind, yeah.
Just one on each end of the age gap.
Yeah. Yeah. Obviously, this guy, a little bit younger, but I mean, you got your whole life ahead of you to do something like this, to just waste it all.
Right.
Makes no sense.
But do you remember me saying a couple weeks ago that if you split their face,
Oh, that's right.
Which side is the homicide face?
Okay, it works way better with what's his name here, Bryan. Let me get this picture back up too, because I don't want to be rude, but it totally splits. Like, come on.
I just saw it with Carlos as well. Oh, you can even tell too because the nose even fucking crook.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say. It's like straight up a crooked face almost.
Yeah. Part of me feels like the crooked people actually have crooked faces because their body just feels like that's what they're supposed to do with all this energy.
It's not even like, it's hard to deny. I'm putting my hand on the
screen
right here.
And it feels so like not even just like psychological. It also feels like physical and like I don't know, like witchy even. Like
there's something else to it. There's some other element going on.
I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, it's crazy. I encourage you guys to just take a second. I'm going to do it. Take a second. Cover one half of this person's face and see the good side. And then cover the other half and you can see which side is the evil side. Okay. I'm thinking if you look at him, the right side is the evil side.
Yeah. Yep.
If you cover his right side and look at his left side of his face, this way, probably his right, you can see that there's like some sort of like a brightness, like maybe hope, some sort of empathy, but you cut it off and you look at the other side and then you see the sociopathy, the psychopathy. You see the fucking side that's like, it's hard to explain too, but you can see it. It's so evil. Oh my God. Ever since I heard this, and I will still find it, I promise you, I will find the guy who said it.
Yeah.
I have been seeing this ever since it's been brought up to me. And I see it, and I encourage you to tell the AZ girls to look every time you guys do a killer.
From now on, yeah.
And I encourage them to look, and I would love to hear their opinions too on the killers that you guys do. So please go watch Arizona on Tuesdays and keep up on it.
Yeah. Put that down real quick. But as far as Bryan goes, though, right now, there is no plea deal. Like they're this is the guy. They got him.
Oh yeah.
I know he's not charged. He's not guilty yet, but like I'm not in a jury or I'm not a lawyer. I can say he's guilty all I want. Boom.
Oh no, they found him. Do you want to know how? So after they viewed the footage of him lingering around this home, they started doing DNA stuff. They were doing DNA samples. That's part of the reason why it took forever. Like we always say, it takes forever for people to do DNA. It's not like in the movies where they just put in a thing and then like, boom, they can pull up a database. Like
this motherfucker.
It doesn't happen like that. So it took them a while to find DNA that was found on a leather sheath that was on one of the victims' beds. They found DNA on that leather sheath, probably because the knife, maybe he grabbed it and pulled it out of the sheath. Maybe he like had his hands on it, something. Even though he was known to be wearing gloves, there must have been something that he got sloppy on and left behind if they found DNA.
That
This
makes
dude
sense. Yeah.
was not as fucking slick as he thought he was going to be also, because he had a BA in in psychology, I think, and then in 2022 got a criminal justice MA. But fuck you, because they said that they also use public genealogy websites. So that could be 23andMe. That could be any other sort of like.
Ooh, real quick though about 23andMe, because some of them are private where they will not let your information out. So it's
Okay, so whatever public one that he used,
yeah.
he got cocky enough to enter his DNA somewhere, his slimy fucking genes.
Yeah.
Dumbass. Fucking dumbass. That's how he fucked up, because he. See, me personally, I could maybe get away with a crime for a while. They're gonna have to, figure out my DNA through. I'm sure one of my family members must have done like a genealogy test, or they spit in a thing.
Just in anything though, just spit.
That's how they got this motherfucker.
Yeah.
That's.
It blows my mind because we were talking about that like a year or two ago. About
yeah. I think it was a year ago.
At least a year ago.
We were talking about it with Joe, and I remember her being very specifically against it, and I kind of see why.
Well, yeah, because it's not just that. Like, first of all, if you kill people, like, you deserve to get caught. I'm not saying that. But the fact the government can track you from your literal DNA wherever you're at.
Right, just trying to find your family members. They can be like,
time to
one of your family members spit on the ground, and you might have been there. I don't know.
No, we know. But not only that, though, like, this is, I don't know if it's happening now or if it's like, because they're working on making medicine specifically for you and your genetics, which means they need to know your DNA. But what if you have the opposite people who have your DNA and are working to hurt you? And now they have an unlimited amount of everybody's, basically their signature, their, biological NFT. And now
That's
they can.
What I think Bill Gates is doing, and I don't give a fuck about saying that. I think Bill Gates wants our DNA so that he can fucking physically figure out a way to harm us on purpose. So that he can come up with a vaccine to fix everything, and then we're gonna have to pay him millions and billions and trillions of dollars.
See, everyone wants to go with the Bill Gates route, or like Elon Musk, or
no. I target Bill Gates because he's the one fucking supporting all these vaccines.
No, I'm saying like funding
even like them. Not saying he's making them, but funding them. He's funding them.
I don't think these guys are the ones doing it. I think there's someone we don't know the name of. Like the highest level of where I think it goes, where they're actually nefarious and involved, is like the Clintons and other politicians.
Oh, I obviously believe that too, but I know that Bill Gates is like the dude.
I don't. I think he's like a middleman at best. Like he's just a face.
He still needs to go.
Oh yeah, that's no problem. Yeah,
if he's promoting it and out there like, I don't care, I'm getting paid. Yeah, do it. You beheaded on camera. Let's do it. Coliseum.
Throw him in. Boom. Throw him in and a.
Call back to the beginning. Coliseum. Bring it back. Let's do it. Come on. We need the Coliseum. Let a lion rip Bill Gates' fucking head off.
Okay. Jesus. Anyway.
I would pay to see that. So much more money than any comedian I'd ever want to see.
Okay.
Oh my God! If Hillary Clinton was set for the guillotine, I don't care. I would. Her and Bill, I would pay so much money to attend.
Oh yeah. I want to see that live stream. I want to chime in.
Oh yeah, pay-per-view. Fuck yeah.
What do you call it? Some people deserve that treatment. I'm sorry, they do.
If anybody, I'm not big on like being like deaf to politicians, but them for sure.
Richard's got a good idea. The Oakland A's stadium, the Coliseum, or whatever, I think they call it the Coliseum. Yeah, that's going to be empty soon, or is empty, because no one ever goes to those games anyway.
Interesting.
We just do it there. We just start throwing them in. Maybe even the Oakland A's before they go over to Las Vegas, they could just beat whoever's in there with the bats. Oh, that'd be devastating. Oh, that'd be awesome.
Oh shit. Well, let's get through this before we start making more judgments.
Okay.
I agree, though.
So, yeah.
Okay, so they found it. Public genealogy is how they found a partial match to some of this DNA. So, again, they do more surveillance and they find Bryan Kohberger in surgical gloves trying to throw trash away into neighbors' trash cans.
Mm-hmm.
Like, bro, you're already caught.
That's the most
Doing that.
suspicious thing ever.
Gloves throwing stuff into neighbors' trash cans. Not even your own trash can. Like, dude, we know. And
at the very least, he could have like put it in a suitcase and taken it a couple blocks over or something.
Something like that.
Be classy about it.
Oh my god, like that woman who fucking suffocated her boyfriend.
Oh, put him in the suitcase? What the fuck was that? I just watched that video last night of him like begging to get out and like.
I'm sorry, it's not funny. I laugh when I'm uncomfortable about weird shit.
Well, no, it's that uncomfortable. It's that bizarre. Like, who allows himself to get bullied into a suitcase and then like.
First of all, sir, you have no balls. Why are you allowing this woman to bully you into fucking doing it? No.
Yeah, like you have to sit pretty still while she zips you up. Like, oh.
Dude, I know, sir, I know your dick is hard. Sir.
What?
That's usually what it is, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Let me just do whatever my wife says.
No, it's true. Like, I've let the other brain think, and we've gotten in a lot of trouble because of that. So it's totally true.
Dude, seriously.
To an apartment complex dumpster. Yeah, exactly. A damn apartment where you don't know who threw it away and what time.
Or fucking Lorena bobbit that shit and fucking throw it out the window into the woods.
Just a wiener bomb. Oh, I don't know if I got a bunch of wieners thrown at me at Texas, actually. And a handful of wieners thrown at me, yeah.
God, I gotta get out there next year.
I was just sitting there minding my own business, smoking a cigar, drinking a beer, I think, or some kind of drink. It was either a beer or whiskey, I believe. And Athena, Gypsy's daughter, sneaks up behind me.
Sweet girl.
And she just has a handful of dick glitter. Sprinkle. I'm just covered in dicks. I'm going to get her back. It's going to happen. So, a lot of glittery dicks.
So
he still has some shiny boners in his cigar back. It happened to too many good people out there. Too many good people. Where's the DNA on those? Huh?
I can tell you where all the shiny boners are.
My God. All right. Well, I'm sorry. We got to keep going.
Hey, we're only a few minutes out, and I got the rest of this info. So, I did mention that when they arrested this motherfucker, he was wearing gloves and putting trash into Ziploc bags. He was putting trash in Ziploc bags. And
weird. It's weird.
This guy, oh my God, he was, at the time of the killings, he was a doctoral student in criminology. So he was trying to basically learn how to get away with his crimes.
Well, he failed. So.
Yeah, he got an associate's degree in psychology. Ooh, also a few months before this shit, he got fired from a TA job for behavioral issues.
What?
Yeah, he was an assistant, a teacher's assistant, and he was basically confronted by a bunch of teachers and was like, hey, dude, you're being crazy, essentially. Like, behavioral issues. He probably was acting out, being crazy. He may have been inappropriate with some of the girls. Like, we don't even know because, as far as I know, nothing was very specific. But yeah, he was.
I feel like whenever it is non-specific, it's usually that. It's usually like
It's usually sexual when they don't talk about it.
no.
Yeah, which is unfortunate. I think that they always need to know. People need to know when there's a lot of sexual shit going on. But for some reason, that's like the most taboo thing. Like, sex trafficking is the least talked about, but most prevalent problem in our entire universe, our entire world. Like, why is sex so fucking wild to people? What is this puritanical thing that we're worried about?
No, that's true. Yeah, like we need to, because a lot of the times these things don't get solved until we were talking about it. You know, all of those tips that were called in were because people, in this case, because people heard about what's going on. If we're not willing to put it out there, no one's gonna change. Nothing's gonna get better.
Insane. But yeah, this guy, so far he's arrested. We don't have any like specifics on his hearing.
Not yet.
But yeah, sometimes this shit takes years. Hopefully not, because I do not want to wait years to find out what the fuck's gonna happen to this guy. But yeah, it might take a while. So we'll probably have a third update for you guys eventually, maybe in a couple months, maybe in a couple years. I don't know. I honestly don't know. And it sucks that I don't know, but it's just the reality of the justice system. We're kind of at the mercy of whatever the fuck they're doing. So
all we can do now is just hope that it works out for the best for the victims' families, and that he is at least put behind bars forever, or we actually do get a Coliseum, which would be awesome. This is a Coliseum.
I'm all for the Coliseum because did you also know they used to fill up the Coliseum with water and put like battleships and make them fucking battleship each other. Do you know how big the Coliseums are?
Oh yeah,
they could do that.
We could do a whole episode on that.
Water and made them do live action battleship.
We should do an episode on the Coliseum. I think that'd be cool. But unless people's changes, then we'll need a whole changes. I also like the people not changes. Sometimes people not changes, and I feel like Richard's right.
Hey, the Romans changes.
They changes.
They're not fucking putting live lions and letting them rip people apart anymore.
Oh, bullshit. If they could, they would right now.
Now. I'm just saying that they physically had to change it.
They were forced to change this.
I mean, whether they wanted to or not, that's not up to me.
That was changes coming. All right. Oh, my God. That's all I got for you guys today. Oh, my gosh. Love that song. The whole David Bowie episode.
I want more beer. Let's go.
All right, let's get out of here. You guys, we're getting away from you people. And we will talk to you soon next week. I kind of want to touch on this serial killer. I looked him up, serial killer who turned himself into Texas. I'll see if there's any more there.
Okay.
But we'll see how that goes. Let's see if there's enough for a full episode first.
All right. Yeah. Let me know.
All right.
But anyway, thank you guys for watching, and please subscribe and tune in, and let us know if you guys want us to cover anything that we haven't covered yet.
Yeah. Any suggestions would be really cool. I'd appreciate that.
Absolutely. For us or Arizona, either way. It'll be fun covering whatever you guys suggest.
100%. All right, folks. Y'all have a good one. Stay safe. Don't fall in any coliseums.
Please.
And, learn that you can change this too, all right?
People changes. Bye.